Okay, breaking news. It turns out that the guy known as Based Spartan is no longer Based Spartan. This is saying that himself. He has defected from the side that is protesting against Sharia law right now in San Bernardino, California, as of around 11-ish a.m. It's almost 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. And he has gone over to the counter-protest side, sorry, that consists of Antifa members, members of No, and probably BAMN and other groups. Now, wrap this around your mind. I don't know if you know, folks, but Antifa, BAMN, and No have thrown explosives at Based Spartan. We're talking April 15th in Berkeley. You could see explosives exploding a few feet from this guy. And he has defected over to the other side. Now, he says this is because some of the people who are protesting against Sharia law are part of the Identity Europa people. I don't know much about Identity Europa, but he also told the live streamer Tim Pool that these people on their Facebook pages have swastikas. I don't know if that's true. If that is true, well then I applaud him for defecting away from the protesters against Sharia. You know, I understand not wanting to be associated with people who think it's okay to have swastikas on their Facebook page. I mean, unless it's some sort of a joke or something like that. But I don't know if they actually do. And I don't know if Identity Europa is some sort of racist group. I don't know anything about them. However, okay, even if there were, say, people goose-stepping with swastikas on their arm on the protest against the Sharia side, I can totally understand defecting from them. But then going over to the other side, which is more or less there to protest against the idea that there should not be Sharia law, well, that's just fucking insane, okay? That's like leaving the Soviet Union, leaving Stalinist Russia, and joining the Nazis, or the other way around. Either way, it's really fucked up. Now, we always hear about these rumors, I don't know how true they are in any case, or in all cases, about there's actual self-avowed white supremacists, neo-Nazis on the side of the free speech people, or whatever the rally may be that Antifa is against. What I think people should do, if you want to be protesting in favor of free speech, or protesting against Sharia, and if you think there might be white supremacists among you, bring signs that say, we 100% disavow any white supremacists here. Something like that, you know, hold it up high. I mean, you can't argue with something. I mean, you know, that will completely discredit, I mean, not that it has any credentials at all, but it will even further discredit the Antifa side, saying, see, they're Nazis, they're all together, white supremacists and neo-Nazis. No. So, I mean, if you want to stand up for freedom of speech and the right to peaceably assemble, you can't logically tell people who are Nazis or neo-Nazis or white supremacists that they can't exercise their freedoms, right? Because that makes you hypocrites. But you can exercise your freedom by openly disavowing, you know, sort of like what Stuart Rhodes did on April 15th at Berkeley. You could do what Stuart Rhodes of the Oath Keepers did, which is to just openly disavow any of the racist elements that happen to be present. Now, it turns out that Stuart Rhodes may have actually been referring to people who may actually turn out to be false flaggers, but the principle still stands. If you go to one of these rallies and you're there for freedom of speech, or you're there to fight against Sharia law, which means that you're standing up for the Bill of Rights, okay, because separation of church and state, stupid. If you go to one of these rallies and you're there protesting, you don't know the beliefs of everybody there. It's not like people show up wearing swastika armbands, okay? So even if there are people among you who may actually be racist, if you don't know, then you don't know. See, here's the thing. The Antifa side, they assume or they pretend that they believe that everybody automatically knows everybody's beliefs over on the other side, which is a stupid thing to say. And notice also, if you ask these folks, oh, well, how do you think about Eric Clanton, who committed attempted murder? Then they always go, well, I don't know, or he doesn't represent us, and the Antifa doesn't have any centralized, organized leadership, so he doesn't represent us. Oh, you know, we're just part of the same group, but we're not part of the same group. You know, the whole no true Scotsman fallacy, plausible, well, really implausible deniability, you know. And at the same time, they hold everybody on the other side responsible for everything that any individual on that side has ever done or said, or they imagine that they've said, or they lie and claim that they said. They often lie. Okay? So don't be a hypocrite. And don't be stupid. It's actually very, very fucking stupid to think, oh, every one of those people, they all know each other's thoughts. They all know, so they're all guilty. How juvenile. How, I mean, seriously, that's at the level of mental retardation. That is just incredibly stupid. Well, anyway, you heard it here first, I hope. Based Spartan is no longer based Spartan. And he's no longer, as he says, he has defected from the alt-right. Well, I think he's a little confused because not all people that he's fought with are alt-right. Many of them are liberals or centrists. But whatever, that's what he says. I'm sure more of this will come out. And if I find anything about it personally from him, I'm going to try to ask him. I'll let you know. Well, what do you folks think? Leave me a comment below. Thanks for watching. Peace and love, freedom, and equality.